Hi everyone, a little while since I posted a video, and I was looking through the videos I've put online, realised I'd never really done one on a UK road trip. Done some range tests, but never really a UK road trip. Anyway, last weekend, my wife and I went away down to Devon, and the best thing about it is the view in the mirror is a bit like the view you've got. There are no kids in the back seat, which made it a lovely weekend away. Really, really enjoyed it. From where I live, which is East Dorset, Hampshire border, over to Sidmouth in Devon, that's about 85 miles each way, and pretty straightforward. There are no motorways in Dorset, and it's just along the south coast on the A35. Pretty hilly, mainly single carriageway, but a lot of it kind of A roads between the towns and then slow through the villages. So efficiency, as expected, depths of winter, 8 degrees was the highest temperature, about 6 on the way home. It wasn't brilliant. It was 430 watt hours per mile on the way out, 405 watt hours per mile on the way back. That makes it between 2.3 and 2.5 miles per kilowatt hour. One thing I did notice is that the efficiency was really poor for the first 45 minutes to an hour, and then things steadily improved just as the motors and the battery warmed up, and everything got a little bit better in the car, and that certainly helps with efficiency when you're on a longer run. That's something I really noticed on the e-tron 55. So no charging stops on that trip. With a 170 mile round trip, I charged the car to 90%, got home with just enough miles left to be comfortable, and no problems at all on it. So no charging data, but I did notice on the way down there and back, even running on a fairly kind of minor trunk route. I know it's an A road, but it's all single carriageway. It's all cross country. It's not big dual carriageways. It's not a big arterial route. Plenty of charging stops, 2 or 3 high power chargers over 100 kilowatts, and quite a lot of 50 kilowatt DC chargers around. So no issues at all had I needed to charge. So in terms of driving on the trip, I'm using the individual mode on the suspension at the moment. The roads are in a terrible state after the cold snap that we've had recently, and it looks like we're just coming into another one. Combine that with all the wet weather, there are potholes everywhere. So I'm using individual, which means I've got the suspension slightly higher than normal and a bit softer than normal in comfort. I've got the middle setting on the steering weight, and I've got efficiency mode on the motor. And I'm finding that quite a nice combination. I did previously complain that comfort was a bit too wallowy, but I think I'm just getting used to it. And with the state of the roads, it's certainly a lot better than using efficiency or dynamic in terms of comfort on the road. In terms of driving the car, it's just magnificent, isn't it? One of these. These are such good cars on the open road. You've got all that power. Overtakes when I had the opportunity, which is pretty rare, were very, very easy. You've got so much performance there. Handling around the corners is absolutely lovely. The ride comfort, the silence, these things really are terrific out on the open road. So certainly the most comfortable, best car I've been in on the open road, no question about that. One thing I absolutely loved was the automatic recuperation, automatic regen modes. You can set it manually and use the paddles, but I found leaving it in auto is really nice. If I was rolling down a hill and catching the guy in front because they were braking, just because of the higher speeds on the downhill, it would put quite a lot of regen braking on and just kind of increase that efficiency and maintain a safe gap. If I was coming down to a roundabout or something on the route, again, it does the braking for me, same for a lower speed limit. And some people would like to leave the braking a bit later, I understand that, but for efficient driving, just easing off, coasting, and then braking when needed, I found that really good. The other nice thing is if I was coming up to a bend or something, or on my own downhill on a clear road, really easy just to put 1 or 2 clicks of the left hand paddle and just put my own manual regen in without a problem. And of course I got used to the brake pedal, and the vast majority of my braking was also on regen. So I do like the automatic regen on this. Teslas, I know when you lift off, they always go into fairly heavy braking. Certainly the newer 3 and the Y do that. I don't know if there's any adjustment on the settings still on the older S and X cars. But it's really nice to have that option to coast or use the paddles just to put a bit of braking in. One other thing for the way back, I'm doing the £1 trial for functions on demand for Matrix headlights. Now I've done a little video already for the light function package, which is the dipped light upgrade, and that's good, but I didn't really think it was enough to kind of justify the subscription cost. The matrix lights, I am blown away by them. They are absolutely superb. So I'm going to make another video on those separately just to try and demonstrate some of the function. But I strongly recommend, if you don't have them as standard on your car, and I think they'll be on the launch editions and the Vorsprungs, but lesser cars I don't think have them. So do have a look on the My Audi app and have a look for functions on demand and just see if you can try that £1 trial. It is absolutely terrific. But I must warn you, if you don't want to spend the money on a subscription, and I understand on principle, that is not easy to kind of say, I've spent a lot of money on a car, it's a 70 grand car, and now I've got to pay every month for something. That's a pretty harsh decision to have to make. But the warning is, if you try these matrix lights and you don't have them, you might be as blown away as I am, and then you're going to end up wanting to pay for them. Thanks everyone for watching. Really appreciate the fact that you tune into the videos. Feel free to hit the like and the subscribe buttons just so you pick up any new content I put out there. And thanks to every one of you that's done these 12,000 views so far on the channel. So please keep watching, keep tuning in. Many thanks.